Evening, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's only 5:55 at night for Saturday, the 10th of May, 2025. So, upon our own understanding of things happening out there, we're losing portions of our Constitution, or not to mention we're losing portions of our freedom of speech. We have the SEC commissioner being charged by Trump to take out our corporate media one way or another. And after that, it'll be the independent media. Because if nobody's saying the right things about Trump, well, then they should be silenced, warned off severely, or worse. And authoritative regimes out there, they would find the most heinous and despicable thing to do. Not just allow corporate media to run it. No, government media running a damn thing. And then forcing people to obey it. The 60 Minutes piece that they were talking about on Trump and government and every other little thing related to it got to a point where the executive producer said, I'm out of here. I've had enough. I don't care what the corporate wants me to say or do about it. It's wrong. He jumps out, trying to save the show. And the FCC is still trying to say that we're not going to allow CBS to merge with another company at this point. In fact, we'd rather let them lose their license. Let the news division lose their license. A veiled threat of saying either get on the wagon or not. I haven't been a real stickler when it comes out for fighting for the First Amendment rights. I hadn't been a reactionary of saying, good God, man, what are we doing at this point over here? We must rally the troops. No, I haven't. Nor haven't tried to cave into Trump's insanity because I'm already dealing with my own stuff at home. But I've been trying to keep track of it through the independents, what's been going on, and sometimes I'll hear it through the corporate. They'll talk about it. MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC, some of the other broadcasting networks have been trying to tap dance. Not quite blunt like they used to, but they have to tap dance. Why am I not surprised? Because then I heard about, and then I learned about a long time ago that the press also had to do the same thing, especially when dealing with the word coming out of White House in the last century or 2 centuries ago, and they really couldn't report to the public what was going on until it was censored. But we're talking about other countries doing authoritative measures that our own journalists, no matter what types they are seeing this happen. So the great United States of America. People kept thinking of how great we are and how mighty we are. Aristotle was right sometimes about democracy being one of the weakest things out there. And I think a few other Greek philosophers also picked up on that one there too. How easily corruptible a democratic society can be. Yeah, greed, power, corruption happen. Of course, people in the process, in the government, don't think how powerful they are. Only expendable. We had Doge, or Doggy as some people would call him, stating that by allowing kids to go through it and tearing programs apart and throwing people out. So no matter how many things we can hear out of the press room, not exactly accurate, but a lot of wishful thinking that the Trump Ugh. But the Trumplicans want. They're still trying to fight a way to get Gulf of America being permanently established instead of Gulf of Mexico, as it was known for centuries. I'm also waiting, and it's probably going to happen anyway, that there had been orders out there from the intelligence and military to gather intel on Greenland. If it's feasible and viable, to take control of the island. Just because of the resources it has over there. It's not because of the people. It's the land grab. Trump's been keeping it out, but it's been out there because the independents are still reporting on it. That Trump still wants Greenland because he wants the minerals. In order to get a manufacturing base going on, in order to get an economic base, one must have resources. I bring up some examples here and there that I've come across in my lifetime. When you're playing on PC games or any other kind of games that you're playing long-term strategy games, and you're in like a command and control or command and conquer, but for me, it's like Star Trek Armada 1 and Armada 2. Hold on this one here. Because in order to control empires, one has to control resources, even limited, in order to build up your forces. Now, Armada 1 and Armada 2, made by Activision, was showing the player on how to keep his own forces going. They had instant games where you could play out like crazy without going through the pre-programmed scenarios. So it was a la carte. To a point. When 2 came out, they really stretched out the resources at this point, but made it more economic, more of a business situation going on. In order to have a thriving economy, one had to use trading stations. One had to gather all resources, go to the trading stations, and swap. Build up your latinum, build up your metals, build up your dilithium, build up whatever. Because you needed these resources in order for the economy to go. And with the trading stations, you would have special ships coming through from different points. And that would be your hub of what you're going to be getting these days. I used those as examples because sometimes I think we keep forgetting about the trade things. Oh, I've heard coming out of Trump's mouth, he's got trades. No, he doesn't. He's got bullshit. The only trades he's got right now is trading this thing for another, swapping out rules, regulations, laws, so he can gather more money. But you do know that money can be devalued. There was a joke made a long time ago about if we happen to lose any money, we'll just print more dollars. Bad move. Bad move. Granted, I'm no expert in economics, but printing up more money kind of devalues everything. Prices are still going up there. You may have to pump out the extra paper and coinage. But you do know it takes a lot of street creds to print up metal discs and pieces of paper. It takes more resources to do that, to put into the economy. And if the prices are already out there, it's already outrageous. You think more money is going to be helping much? You think it's going to be lowering down the finances? From what I had learned, it never does. It just keeps inflating it. That's why they call it inflation. And the tariffs that he wants to keep up, including a 10% tariff, he kept trying to convince the public that it's going to be an economic boon for the country, who's saying, you got tariff, you got tariff, you got tariff, and I'm getting the money out of you. No, it means, oh, shall we do this again? Let's do this again. Okay. Amazon's Fire Pad. Pretty damn expensive. Depends on which particular version, how big it is, what earlier version of the damn thing is. For me, it costs about 50, 60 bucks. Guy on a limited income can't afford this kind of shit, except if you save up for it. But once you do, electronically, when you charge it up, it's got some stuff on there. But here's the catch. You still need to get more money to pay for that extra stuff. But let's go into the tariff situation. This is not made in the United States. This is not made in the United States. This is made in China. This is made overseas. Not one piece of article in here is made in the United States. It simply isn't. So, in order for me to get this through Amazon, Amazon is going to have to get a collection of that stuff. And let's just say I got this thing broken already. Smash, there goes the window. There's a big crack in the screen here. So now we got that going on. How am I not supposed to be able to deal with that? I want a new phone. Crack, there goes the phone. Smashed to pieces. Now what do I do? But the phone's not here, made in the United States. This is not made in the United States. Oh dear, what do I do? That's okay. I'll go to my phone carrier and see if they've got anything over there. But if they don't, oh dear, what do I do now? I'm running around without my head. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, well, some people said, well, save it enough money to get yourself a new phone. Ding! Problem. No, not the problem, ding. It's the problem, ding. Okay, how much are the phones back a month ago compared to now? Let's see. Well, this phone is the cheapest thing I had, and I got it about $100. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. Model's been discontinued long ago, so it means I got to get another damn near discontinued model. And I thought it was going to be another $100. And then I see the model online, or walk over to the store, walking over to the store and seeing the phone. And the cheapest one they've got is $200. Wait a second, a month ago when you were trying to get rid of this thing, it was about $100. Tariffs. I'm the consumer, and I gotta pay twice just to get a nearly discontinued form and format of a phone? Yeah. I'm getting broke. I need banana. I want my banana. I'm going to a store. Store clerk. Your bananas are still about 50 cents a piece of fruit? No, they're about $3. What? Wait a second. Dole is an American company. Where the hell are you coming from? This is coming from Honduras. Honduras gave us the load. We got plenty of bananas. But then the tariffs kicked in, which our company, the store here, had to throw out a hell of a lot of money. So now what? We get to recoup from the consumers. I want my potassium. You got $3 on you? For one piece of fruit? Yep. This is outrageous. I'm contacting Amazon. I'm going to scrape whatever little pennies I got here. I'm going to get me another fire pad. This is Amazon online. And this thing has jumped up to at least $500 for nearly a discontinued cheap ass pad. You think I'm exaggerating? Well, it seems like exaggerations, doesn't it, the way I keep trying to play this out. And you'd probably be right, however, it's not as easy as you think it is. And we're doing another video on this one here, so I wonder how much I can get for other things right now. So I have to go into, well, let's see. I could go into Amazon, and I got to go to DoorDash, because we're going to talk about some stuff. So next video.